My name's Tracy Bell and we're here tonight in Morpeth Town Hall. I'm the clerk to the Town Council and tonight is our showcase event for the Mayor and the Mayor's Ball. We're expecting 100 guests to come and enjoy a charity evening where the Mayor is hosting for Contact Mental Health. This evening we are trying to showcase what the Town Hall can actually look like. We've looked at rearranging the way it's been done previously, and we are now hosting the actual meal upstairs in the ballroom, which is a beautiful panelled room which can be used for weddings and is used for people to get married.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the Town Hall?
The Town Hall is a Grade 2 listed building and was revamped about 7 or 8 years ago at great expense to bring it back to its former glory. It's a beautiful building. It's licensed for marriages and can be used for weddings, christenings, naming days, anything really, parties. And it really is a beautiful building for to hold any sort of event. We have spent a lot of money bringing it back up to itself, like I say, and it is really, really lovely and it's very versatile.
Some of the people who come tonight, I imagine, might not have been to the Town Hall before. Do you think they'll be surprised with what they see?
I think they will. I think tonight it's been dressed differently, showcased differently. We've invested in some new furniture in the welcome area in the butter market, and we've also looked at dressing the tables differently and setting out the layout differently. So I think some people who have been here for many, many years, who have attended lots of Mayor's Balls, will be pleasantly surprised by how different it looks this evening.
Hi, good evening. I'm Andrew Tebbutt. I'm the Mayor of Morpeth this year and I'm a councillor for Morpeth Town Council at the Kirkhill Division. And tonight is the Civic Ball, which is the culmination of my year as Mayor. And this year I'm hoping to raise a lot of money for my chosen charity, Contact Mental Health Group.
Could you tell us, Andrew, why you selected Contact to benefit from your charity?
My background is social work. I spent my whole working career in social work, and I was always aware that people who suffer with mental health issues are always often in the last in the queue to get help, and I'm very aware that mental health services nationally are under a lot of pressure at the moment. I also learned over the last few years what a fantastic job Contact does locally, and I thought it was just an obvious choice for me to try and raise money to make sure it keeps going.
And what sort of support have you had so far during your year?
All the fundraising efforts that we've done have been very well supported, and I'm confidently expecting that we will exceed £10,000 by the end of my year.
I'm Audrey Anderson. I'm the Centre Manager for Contact Morpeth Health Group, based in Morpeth at Grays Yard.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Contact does, what it's all about?
Certainly. Contact is a mental health drop-in charity. We run a centre at Grays Yard providing counselling, one-to-one counselling, social activities and events. We do workshops in IT and photography and art and creative writing, but essentially we provide informal support to people with enduring mental health problems across South East Northumberland.
So it isn't only Morpeth?
It isn't. It's we have people from Morpeth, Cramlington, Ashington, Bedlington, Newbiggin, but essentially we don't exclude anyone if they can travel to our centre. And
in these times when organisations like your own are finding it very difficult to find funding, how are you managing?
We're struggling. It has gotten much more difficult with funding sources becoming, slightly tighter, with more charities out there needing funding. We rely heavily on funding from the Town Council and from the County Council. It's not a major part of our funding. We get grants from trusts and foundations, but we do rely heavily on the funding we get from the County Council and the Town Council.
So is your future secure?
It isn't. We're really quite concerned about, where we'll be in the next year or two. We're struggling in terms of core funding. Salaries at the moment are coming out of our reserves, and we're looking at trying to find trusts and foundations that will fund us long term, 3 to 5 years, and that way we can develop on our service.
So how much does it mean to you to have people like the Mayor supporting you?
It's been a massive boost to us, particularly at this point in where we are financially. When Andrew said he was choosing Contact as his charity for the year, we were absolutely amazed. It not only in terms of the potential funding it might bring in for us over the year, but the fact that it would raise our profile both in Morpeth and further afield. Although we've been going for 30 years, it's still amazing how many people don't really know about us. Although we've been going for 30 years, we're not a huge charity, and we are very much community based. We only run on 2 staff members. The rest of our service is run by volunteers who we rely on massively. So the funding from this year has helped plug some of the gaps in our funding.
And if anybody else wants to help you, either financially or indeed with physical support, how would they do that? Who do they get in contact with?
They would contact myself at contact. I'm easily contactable. And certainly we'd be very happy to talk to anyone who wanted to sort of help fund us or help with our work and our profile. We'd grab the opportunity with open arms.